For some,
it's more than for sale. It's for use.
yeah. They didn't buy it for just to data mine it. I mean, they bought it to data mine it.
No, they for sure going to mine it.
But what else do they have to with that?
Yeah.
Nothing good for me. I didn't do it, so it didn't. I'm not in there.
Yeah. Well, the first thing that comes back to me is Wuhan.
Right.
That's the first thing that comes back to me. They're doing genetic experiments there. So.
Right. So they can identify certain traits in people. They can take a whole group of all the bald guys out.
The scary thing is that they might actually be trying to do something that we wouldn't even think about because I don't go there. You know what I mean? Like my mind.
Conspiracy world stuff, right?
Yeah. Like I don't know. Maybe you could find a way to identify something that's unique about
Americans
demographic.
Take out all the blue-eyed guys because maybe there's no blue-eyed people in China, so we'll take out all the blue-eyed people. China's safe, and we get rid of half of America. Something like creepy, conspiratorial.
Yeah. No, it totally sounds conspiracy. So that sounds like where I leave the conversation.
Right. That's where I join the conversation.
Yeah. No, I get it. I feel like people can't keep a secret, and in my world, most people just blab their guts. So, I'm pretty sure none of my friends could kill anybody and get away with it because they would be busy telling all their friends.
Right.
This guy came to the house and I hit him with a shovel and he died and I buried him in the backyard and he's right here by this thing. It's like,
yeah.
Oh my God, what are you saying?
Right, just blabbing it out. Yeah.
Because people can't keep a secret.
Some people can.
Oh, what are you hiding?
They threaten people. People keep secrets if they're threatened thoroughly or properly.
Yeah, I don't think that.
You don't think so?
I don't think that holds. They might hold it for a while, but I don't think it holds. I'm not a person who believes that most people keep a secret because people they reach a point where the penalty for keeping the secret is less than the burden of the secret. And I think that's the part that
deathbed confessions.
Deathbed confession. What are you going to give me? I'm going to die. Right. I believe in Christ, so I think I'm going to be saved.
Right.
I'm going to heaven, and I've been absolved of my sins and all of this. And the only thing I got left on my chest is this. Oh yeah, the alien thing in Roswell was a fake, and I know because. Or the alien thing in Roswell was real, and I know because.
Right.
Right. The answer to the person is a relief of a burden, and that tells me that secrets don't get kept.
Maybe they don't get kept forever, but look at just during the last pandemic we just had, the most recent, the big one, the big grabber. So how many doctors out there knew for a fact that masks don't work? But once it came down the talking points that they work, and everyone knew that it shouldn't, they jumped on board and kept their mouth shut. There was very little pushback, legitimate pushback from people that knew better.
The vast majority of the people who started to open their mouth were threatened by people like the AMA immediately.
So it did work. They did you can get people to keep their mouth shut because they kept millions of doctors' mouths shut in this country.
Yeah, but
by threatening, but by social pressure.
But the secret didn't stay secret.
No, that's a good.
That's my point.
So we're both winning this argument. The secret didn't stay secret, but the government can lean on people and shut them up. Because a lot of people didn't push back.
Sure. They shut Epstein up, didn't they?
He's still alive. He's on Elvis Island.
But they shut him up.
No, they did shut him up. Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's right.
My point is that you shouldn't tell me any secrets you want me to keep. No. No, some people can't feel the burden. You know? I'm sure if you're a fan of the Big Bang TV show that you've seen Sheldon squirm about keeping a secret.
No, I've never watched the show.
Oh, you've never watched the show?
That's an example of
I
this,
haven't seen all of them, but like Sheldon can't keep a secret. And so if you tell him it's a secret, you got to lie or something. He's
going to blab it.
He just can't do it. I mean, like he freaks out. And that's like a personality trait. A lot of people like that choose on him. Maybe it's not so obvious like they play in television or in movies, right? But it's a trait to want to share the secret, right?
People get power by that. They do. They feel they want to be the one to share the bad news, or they want to share. It gives them some sort of value to have that unique information. They can't keep their mouth shut.
The jailhouse confession,
right?
Where they put the cop in plain clothes in the cell with the bad guy who they think murdered somebody.
So he loves to brag.
So he eventually spills his guts is the idea.
Right.
Right. They do that because people don't want to keep the secret. They want to share.
Yeah.
We're social animals.
Right. That's true.
This is why I don't think that, that things like alien conspiracy or Bermuda Triangle conspiracy or this, that conspiracy, I don't think it lasts. I don't think it makes sense. I think there are other answers. And I'm not saying that people didn't feel something or see something or it was unusual or whatnot. Everybody has their own experience, okay? But a lot of things get explained one way and you think it's funky, and you can explain another way and you think it's not. And the Bermuda Triangle is a perfect example. If you look at the Bermuda Triangle as a geographic area on space of the planet,
right,
of a certain size,
okay,
and has a certain amount of sea traffic, okay,
right.
So ships passing through that area, okay. Now, if you take that triangle and you start moving that around the world and looking all around the world where you have similar flows, then what you need is a record of losses and travels so that you can see if it's representative or if it's lower than the Bermuda Triangle. Okay.
Yep.
And so there was a study done after this whole big thing about the Bermuda Triangle went on for years and years.
Yeah.
There was a study done, and I think it was about 10 or 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They went to the records of Lloyd's of London, who's been insuring trips at sea for 600 plus years.
Okay.
And they paid for a study through the records.
Okay.
And what they did was they first analyzed traffic, sea traffic. And they said, here's some other areas that are representative.
Similar type sea traffic.
Of Bermuda Triangle sea traffic. Okay. Okay. And so that, like one off the coast of Africa, one over in the Indian Ocean. And they went and they started making a list of the boats that made it and the boats that failed. Okay. Okay. And when they were all said and done, and when we went to talk to the guys that did the research at Lloyd's, and they were like, they were completely happy that they were vindicated, that their actuaries were right. And what they said was, there's no discernible difference between them. And if there was, we would have charged more.
Right.
And they didn't charge more. They charged by the mile and by the route.
Right.
Right. And they figured that out by their losses. And so they were running the statistics for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Yep. And
what they found out was,
no big deal.
Go.
It was the same.
Just go.
That's because insurance companies run the world.
Well, they're amazingly good at risk assessment.
Of course, yeah, they are.
That's their bag,
that's
right? And that's why actuarial services are incredibly valuable for conduction of business, because they can look at your business and say where your risks lie.
They faked the moon landing.